We are back. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back now. Before we get started with our great guests, let's talk about Quick Trip. Head over to Quick Trip, the Quick Rewards app, and you can every time that you use your Quick Rewards app on certain items, you get automatically into a contest, and you can win a car. All right, I'm not good at saying these, but everyone go to Quick Trip and use your Quick Rewards app. Buy yourself some beer, buy yourself some whatever you buy yourself at gas stations, and it's a good old time. Best gas station in the world. All right, I have a great guest today. Since the Packers, like the whole NFL schedule is coming out like slowly today, but we've known for a while that Packers are playing in London this year, the last team to play over there. So I thought, well, who better to talk to than someone who lives over there in the UK? We have Abby Grace, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right. I got I'm not good at names, but first of all, good to meet you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You?
I'm good. I'm a little sluggish today. I went a little hard in the paint last night, watching basketball, and but so like I mentioned, the schedule release is coming out. Before we get into that, like the Packers playing in London, like how are people over there? Like, are they just like jacked up for this?
Yeah, because we were all convinced that obviously they've not played over here before. We were like, it's not going to be this year. I think I put like a stupid tweet out saying, "Oh no," and then yeah, everyone's going absolutely mad. Everyone's panicking about tickets. Yeah,
So like it, in the UK, there's a lot of Packer fans, right? Because like I've known like I've been on social media talking Packers for a long time. And it seems like a lot of people, and even when I have like merch, a lot of people ask, ship to the UK. So is Packers one of the bigger teams over there?
yeah. I think the Packers definitely have a big fan base over here. I think obviously it's the Dolphins and the Jags because they've been over here a few times. Have big fan bases, but yeah, Packers. I'm pretty sure it is one of the biggest fan bases over here.
Yeah, I've heard that like especially like with the Jaguars because they play so much that people over there. I mean, like 'cause if you got access to them, I think you're more than likely to want to root for that team if you get to see them. So that do you think? Because there's a lot of talk about like a lot of people Americans going over to London to watch that game. Do you think just the UK people themselves would fill that stadium even if nobody came over?
Sorry, say that again.
If no Americans go over
Mm,
to watch the game, can all of the UK people fill that stadium, for the Packers?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes,
Have you went
definitely.
to games over there for like from other teams?
I actually haven't. I was going to go last year, and I thought I don't actually want to. It sounds bad. I didn't want to pay for a game where I wasn't like invested in the team.
Yeah.
I kind of regret that now, but I'm hoping to go. I'll probably go to all of them this year.
Yeah, I think, so are you coming to Green Bay this season?
Yes.
Have you
Yeah.
have you been before?
I haven't. No, it'll be my first time.
That's awesome. Yeah. So so with the schedule release coming out, I think we're playing the Bears week 2. First of all, the schedule release is so annoying to me that they like trickle it out. Like I wish they would just like put it out. Like why have this big show and then but we'll just trickle it out. Well, all the good games and then you can see the trash games later on.
Yeah, I was like, it made no sense to me because on their page it was like they like troll people, hadn't they, with the when's the schedule coming out? And
Yeah.
yeah, it seems like if you're going to release the schedule, release it. Don't be like, okay, no, we'll do little drips and drabs, and then actually there's this big reveal tonight. I don't quite get it.
Yeah, all I saw I think we play the Giants, I think, is the game in London.
Yeah, it
And
is. Yeah,
and they're saying that the Packers don't have a bye after that game, which I don't know if that's true or not, but, like, to me, that's weird. Like, if any team's going to London, they should get a bye the
I've
following week.
seen I've seen a lot of people say that, and it is a bit strange to think they're traveling all the way over here. You think they would, and I think people are a bit annoyed about that because obviously some people are annoyed that they're coming over here, even though there's the same amount of home games. But yeah, no, it seems to be a thing. Kind of hope it's not true, but
Yeah, I would think that. I don't know how it works. I never pay attention to other teams, like, when they go over there, like, if they have a bye the next week, but, like, I think
yeah.
you definitely should have a bye. So, going forward, like, how pumped up are you about this Packers team? Uh, Obviously, they lost Devontae Adams, but you confident in this team going forward?
Yeah, I think we had like a really good draft as well. Like when Tay left, it was kind of like, oh my God, panic. But no, I think myself and a lot of people are confident in the team this year. And obviously it's great that Aaron's staying. That was the big thing for me. It was actually like stressing me out, waiting to see if what he was doing, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think what they got done this offseason with Rodgers, everything seems like everything's going to be happy. They're going to have a good time. I think the offense is going to be all right, but I think the defense is just going to be so awesome. I don't think a lot of people are talking about it. I'm pretty optimistic, as they say, but I think this defense is going to be one of the best defenses in the league. I think it's going to be tough. I don't think the offense doesn't have to be the offense, a powerhouse, scoring 45, 50 points a game just to win a game.
Mm. Yeah, I think like people sometimes forget as well, don't they? It's like, but then one without the other.
Yeah, you got to have.
Does that make any sense? But
yeah, you definitely have to have both because like last year, like the Packers lost in the playoffs. They
pain.
The defense did their job though. The
Yeah.
offense, you'd hope the offense scores more points in a playoff game at home. You got to do it, but the special teams just can't do any of the things that the special teams did. Like that was the worst special teams. Everyone knows, like the worst thing that's happened, like in league history. Like no special teams, I don't think in a playoff game has ever played that horrible.
But it's like Crosby all season, wasn't it? He had really like sort of off season with it. And that was quite depressing because he had like really good statistics. Like I think was it the season before, and then this season it like went right down.
Crosby only has like a few where he like didn't have great, but it was like not even like just Crosby, but like the punt protection, like everything all years was just like laughable. And then at the end, it just kind of but I think that they're gonna be better. They got a new special teams coordinator. I think they
I was
had
say
to
management side. I think hopefully it will improve things.
Yeah, I think when you bring a new guy in, you could change the culture because they always talk about that, like with the crap teams, like the Lions or whatever. They're always trying to change the culture over there. But so I think that's what they're trying to do. They bring in a new coach, hopefully like some guys. They don't just have a bunch of guys playing special teams who just they have nowhere else for them to play. Like you want to have your best guys out there. Obviously, you're not going to risk injury on some of your top tier guys, but you gotta have guys out there that can actually do it. So
yeah,
let's talk about you being a Packer fan. When did you become a Packer fan?
So it was about 4 years ago. I have to give the award to my ex-boyfriend actually because he was the reason I got into it. Like he watched it religiously every Sunday, and I was like, I was one of those. I'd watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show. I feel terrible saying that now. And then I actually would watch it with him. And I'd be like, okay, this is actually good. And he'd start explaining it. And actually, when we split up, it was that I kind of got more focused on it and wanted to learn more about it. So yeah, thanks to him for that, I guess.
So out of all the Packers rivalries, what team is the one that you can't stand the most?
I always go on about the Bears. I'm obsessed with that. The Bears Still Suck song. I think it's great. But the Vikings as well. I'm sorry. Do I have to choose one, or can I have those two?
Oh, I have many, so you can choose as many as you want. But yeah, like the Bears and the Viking fans, like, just drive me nuts. Like I could do like all my podcasts could just be about trash and these both of them. First of all, the Vikings will talk about you had 2 quarterbacks back to back and only won, 2 Super Bowls. I'm like, but you never won one. That's like, that's like me talking crap to my neighbor who's got a Ferrari. Oh yeah, well you only got that one. Well, you don't have any, bro. Like, what are you doing?
So, yeah, that's. I think I've been trolled more by Vikings fans, like horribly. So I'm friends with a couple of Bears fans. They're great. They can have banter, but yeah, they tend to go hard on the abuse, don't they? Like,
yeah, Bears fans, like you can talk to. I talk trash about the Bears all the time. I have a lot of people, Bears fans who I talk to. But like Viking fans, there's a few who I know who are cool, but most of them on the internet, they're just like unsufferable. They're just horrible. They're as far as sports, they're just they don't make sense half the time. They're just talking gibberish. But
it's like they try to have like you said, like the comebacks, and I'm like, no, but that doesn't. It's like when people say that we had as many playoffs as the Bears had like last year. I'm like, no, but that doesn't. No,
yeah,
it's not how it works.
When you are a fan of a trash team, you have to like take what you can get. But let's check out some of the comments here.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's really nice.
But yeah. So when you come to Green Bay this coming up season, do you have like big plans? Are you coming with family? Like, who are you coming over here with?
So I'm actually sort of seeing a guy who lives in Green Bay. Have been for like a few months. He's been over here. So the next plan is for me to go over there. So I'll be staying with him. So I'll get to do all like the cool stuff that obviously all the locals do. Won't have to worry about hotels, which is nice. Yeah, it was kind of an unexpected thing, but I'm coming over in the summer to do like a stadium tour, and then I'm going to be over in the winter to like go to a game at Lambeau.
That's actually pretty cool because you don't like you say you don't have to worry about hotels or all the stuff and all the stuff people have to worry about when they come over here. You have someone who lives here that can show you all the stuff that maybe not everyone uh like knows about.
Yeah, like someone commented the cheese curds. I've heard a lot about the cheese curds, so I'm excited to try those.
You've never had a cheese curd.
No, I love cheese as well, so I think it'll be the place for me.
So that I don't want to ask too much about him, but is he like born and raised in Green Bay or did it come over here like so he knows all the
Ooh,
places?
I think he was born in Milwaukee. Don't I'm sorry if you're listening and that's wrong. I know like he's
Edit that out.
I know he lived in Colorado for a bit, but I'm pretty sure he is from no, he is definitely from Wisconsin. I should know
All right,
that.
so then
Sorry.
he'll have you set up. He'll have you set. Here's a good questions from Green Bay Packer Daily. Do you see many Packers fans repping over there on game day? Like is it noticeable?
I wouldn't say like jerseys so much, but I see a lot of people in hats, like beanie hats or the baseball caps more so. I don't I've seen a couple of people, like more people in jerseys in London for sure, but around where I live, not so much. But yeah, lots of
How
hats.
far are you from London?
Sorry,
How far are you from London?
a couple of hours. So it's
I have
like literally
no
like a straight train. It's really easy to get to.
I have no idea about geography, so I don't know. I asked that question. I don't even know the geography of the place I live. Someone asked me one time about London. They're like, "Well, where is it?" And I don't know. I couldn't even point. I don't know if I could point to it on the map. It's like I
People
couldn't
think
even.
London is red buses, Tower Bridge, which people call London Bridge. It's not the same thing. The London Eye and Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. I think that's like as far as it goes for most people.
So, what do people like for sports in London, like in not just London, but the whole UK? What's like their main sport? Is it football, like soccer?
Soccer, yeah, not
Yeah.
not my thing, but that's like the Premier League's massive over here. That's like a
Are
massive
there
thing.
any other like sports over there that like some that we don't even have here? Maybe people don't pay attention to.
I'm trying to think if something's sort of popular. I guess golf's quite big over here. Uh, I'm only thinking of that because I watch golf, so I'm assuming other people watch golf. But
What about
um,
baseball? Is baseball over there?
no, no,
No.
I think I'm pretty sure baseball over here. Don't quote me on this. I think it's called rounders. We learned it at school, and it's called rounders. Yeah, because you like run in a circle or something.
All
I
right.
think that's the same thing.
So I'm not sure you're old enough, but do you do you drink? And if so, what do you drink?
Not a big beer drinker. Quite like cider. I'm definitely old enough. I'm 28 this year, so yeah, no, but beer's quite big over here. Just not for me. Not for
All
me.
right. So what do you think about like first of all, I've heard like a lot of people in the UK if they want to watch like football or like their team, they have to get like a some kind of different streaming service. So that are none of the games aired over there?
Some of them are aired on like Sky Sports. Like if you've got the sports, like that's like the like cable over here is called Sky. If you've got Sky Sports, I'm pretty sure you can watch some of the games. But I've got Game Pass, which is about £50 a month, which is probably about
All
euros,
right. I have no
dollars.
idea.
So that's what I pay because I like to have access to like all the games. And there's Red Zone on Amazon as well, which is quite popular.
So like if the Packers are playing
Oh yeah,
like
rugby's big in the UK. Sorry, I've just seen that
oh yeah,
comment.
yeah, yeah.
Rugby's massive over here. How did I forget that?
Yeah, I didn't think of that one either though. So I forgot what I was gonna ask you now.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll just keep it moving. Oh yeah, so I'm totally blanked out. I had it. Gary Gary screwed me. But yeah, so what do you think? Like, so you get like the actual TV. So Tom Brady is going to be going in the booth. Like, do you have any feelings about like Aikman, Buck? A lot of Packer fans hate him. I really don't care. But Tom Brady, who is universally disliked by a lot of Packer fans, not really me. I really don't. I think he's funny on social media, so I really don't hate him. But what do you think about that?
I'm indifferent. Like, I don't like. To be fair, I don't like not the people, but I don't really like the presenting stuff that's done over here when the games are on. Does that make sense? I like watching the American commentators.
Oh, okay. I
That's
get what
more
you're
my
saying.
thing. Yeah. Yeah. Brady. I sometimes put out a tweet just to go fishing with people about Tom
Yeah.
Brady. Brady fans go hard as well, don't they? They like to
Yeah,
go
dude.
in.
That is like the funniest thing because I do that a lot. Like sometimes I'll just make a tweet or Facebook or whatever, and just like indirectly just try to tick off a whole fan base.
Yeah.
And then they bite on it, and it's the most glorious thing ever. They'll spend like 2 days, 3 days sometimes arguing with themselves in the comment section. It's a beautiful thing.
It's like Packers fans come to the rescue as well. Like if
Yeah,
a Packers fan gets picked on, like I love the Twitter fan base. It just jumps on it, doesn't it? It's brilliant.
yeah. All right. So who do you got? Uh, who do you think? It's kind of early to say as we didn't go to training camp yet, but I'm gonna ask you anyways. Like, who we know who the NFC team is gonna be this year, but who do you see in the AFC that can challenge for a Super Bowl?
The Bills are the bit. Don't. Oh my god! If I'm wrong, the Bills are AFC, aren't they? I get really
Yeah, yeah.
confused with that. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the Bills are,
potentially.
I think the Bills are probably the team that a lot of people are gonna pick.
Mm.
Josh Allen is ridiculous. I think they've been slowly, like, coming up, and I think the AFC is tough. That's why when everyone's talking about Rodgers leaving and he might get traded, this and that to AFC. I was like, I don't think the players think that way. I really don't, not because like, they're competitive. They're like, "I'll win anywhere." But, like, if I was
Mm.
a player, I would rather not play in AFC when I have the
Yeah,
option
it
to
seems like a
play.
lot. It's a lot tougher, isn't it? I think
Yeah, right
competition
now,
wise.
for sure, especially if you're in NFC North. 'Cause he
Yeah.
Rodgers plays against the Bears and the Vikings and the Lions, or go over
Yeah,
there
we
and play Mahomes and all these guys.
can't really. Oh yeah, can't really complain. Yeah, I'd definitely rather like glad we're in the NFC, 100%.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. All right, everyone, like, where can people find you on social media?
So Twitter is probably the main one. It's just my name, Abby, with an X on the end. Instagram is just Abby Grace with an X on the end. I don't really use Facebook. I've literally got family and friends on it. I'm going to be streaming soon on Twitch. That's in my bio on all my social medias. But
What do
that's
you
about it.
stream?
I'm going to be
What games?
streaming. So Hearthstone is my main one. I love it. Warzone, if I can actually get it to work again on my computer. Fortnite, and then I'm going to be doing some horror games just for the fun of it because they're really scary, and it'll probably be like funny reactions.
God, I wanted to get into streaming games, but I really suck at games. Like, I was into Madden. Then I played Madden one night, and I'm like, "Oh, I forgot I suck at this game." Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
sure.
not great. I'm anything competitive. Like I think I came in the top 25 in Fortnite the other day, and I was really excited about it. I'm not a good player, not at competitive things anyway. I
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
suck.
not good. Plus, like, I have a horrible temper when it comes to video games. Like,
Oh
if I
yeah.
suck, like, I remember I was playing, like, one of those war games, Call of Duty or whatever, and, like,
Yes.
I finally got, like, on someone's team or whatever. I didn't know how to play, and I ended up shooting someone in the back of the head, and then they, like, yelled at me, and then they kicked me out, and I was like, "Alright, that's enough of that for me." That was
It's when you
not
get
good.
like children shouting at you over the headset. It's like whoa, whoa, whoa. Or like the people that are the worst are the ones, campers where they stay in the same place and get you every time. So when like if you respawn, they just shoot you again because you've respawned and they're still hidden in the same place.
Yeah,
Absolutely great.
I've had some 12-year-olds cuss me out on Madden. Like, it's tough when you're playing a video game, and then you're getting cussed out by this kid as it goes, and you don't wanna quit, and then they're like, "Go ahead, quit. Go ahead, quit, old man."
It's just like, oh, I think like
I
yeah,
haven't done that in, like, a lot of years played, online, but for that reason, 'cause, I don't wanna
yeah, I think like
cry.
Kurt Benkert's like the cool guy. The so cool, isn't he? And he
Yes.
games. That's what's like sort of inspired me to want to start streaming because I've always played games, but I've never wanted to stream. But seeing his stuff, I'm like, no, actually, it's probably be quite fun. But he
Yeah,
probably doesn't get like trolled by 12-year-olds.
yeah, I think he does get trolled because they always call him like bench warmer, and like they think that like hurts his feelings or something. But he always fires
Did you
back.
see his response the other day where he was like, pays the bills, puts money on the table, puts my kids through college. So yeah, it's a great place to be. I was like, yes. Like, respond to
Yeah,
it so well.
yeah. Kurt's man. I think AJ Dillon does a lot of streaming. Like a lot of the players, actually, a lot of the Packer players, you can find on Twitch on a
I
Saturday
didn't
night.
know AJ Dillon did. That's interesting. I'll have to look at that.
I'm pretty sure he does. Maybe I'm wrong there. Now you got me second guessing, but I'm pretty sure. Hey, I got to show this comment right here. This is Phil. Scoreboard. Like during my game streams, like during the season, he was always in my stream, and he'd always tell me to change the score because I would forget. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time. I know it's like late over there. That's why it's hard to get these scheduled. And like I was in the middle of a nap. Like this is my day off. So 2 o'clock is like today's my lazy day, stacked on a bunch of other lazy days. But no, we'll definitely have you come back on, especially like during the season and stuff. Hope hopefully when you get to Green Bay, you have a good time. And
Thank you. I'm sure I will. I'm very excited
yeah,
about that.
yeah, you'll have a blast your first time here. Like if I could go to Lambeau Field for the first time again, because like it's just so awesome. Like especially like during a game when you walk in and it just gets bigger and bigger. Like when you're coming out the tunnel,
I'll
it's
probably cry, like
a beautiful
genuinely.
thing.
I will probably cry. Like that's the kind of
Yeah.
person I am. I get so like emotional.
Yeah, and the tour is cool, like, when they let you go, like, down the tunnel and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a great thing, but I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate everyone watching. Everyone go check her out on Twitter. She kills it on Twitter. We got, like, 20,000 followers, killing the game over there.
Thank you
Go
for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Go